Good morning, everyone. Amy Conley here with United Way of Door County. We are continuing our interviews with our partners that we're funding this year for 2021. Today I have with me Kim Carley. Kim, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. My name is Kim Carley with We Are Hope. My life circumstances is what brought me to through the doors of this organization over 20 years ago. By utilizing the programs of We Are Hope along the way, I was fortunate enough to begin my journey here through volunteering and then to get some work experience. And then shortly after was hired in 2002. So it really, it gave me an opportunity to experience our programming from both sides of the spectrum. I've been a recipient and a provider of these services throughout the years. And so I really have a special passion for what we do here. I, of course, have held many positions through my almost 20 years and currently I'm serving as the executive director since January of 2019.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kim, for sharing that. So We Are Hope offers many different programs. We're currently funding 2 of those programs. Today, we're going to highlight one of those. This is our first year funding this program. So this is one that many of you may not have heard about. So this is a great opportunity for you to learn a little more. Today, we're going to talk about the Employment Resource Center. And Kim, do you want to just give us a short overview of that program?
I'll try.
Okay.
In our Employment Resource Center, we focus on job search, career exploration, and skill building for anybody who walks through our doors, and we are open to the public. We have a resource room right when you walk in that has computers available for use of anything that is employment or, unfortunately, unemployment related. We have a fax machine. Yes, people still do need to fax things like unemployment, maybe documents for a community resource, faxing employment verification documents, and so on. And we provide that for free. We also try to be the link between anybody's employment needs as well as referrals to other resources in the community that can help them get through whatever transitional period brought them through our doors. Mm-hmm. So our Employment Resource Center, your activities, they are self-directed, but we're right here to offer you a helping hand to provide that motivation and empowerment to keep on track. It's our mission to connect employers and job seekers. So we do also work closely with employers to help them kind of navigate the job posting resources that are out there. For just a couple, the Job Center of Wisconsin, posting on our Facebook page or our hard copy bulletin board that people do still utilize, as well as using some internal resources within Hope's operated programs and our partner employment programs that we can make those connections for employees, hopefully for them. We also, besides the soft skills training that we provide to the general public to help them in their job search, we do provide that to employers as well to help their existing workforce excel with things such as communication, problem solving, professionalism. So bottom line, we do whatever we can to connect the employers and the job seekers so that they're both successful in whatever that term is for them.
Wonderful. That is a great description, Kim, of what you do. Good job. So I'm going to start with the employee side of things. So let's say I've lost my job. I need to file for unemployment and I don't know how to use a computer. Can I still come to you and you can help me?
Yes.
Okay.
So with unemployment, we can only help navigate. We cannot physically touch the computer. We cannot enter anything for individuals. But we're right there. In some cases, we stand right behind you and say, no, 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 move, move, move it over to that blue box that says,
Okay, so you're gonna teach me how to create my account, log in, and then what I need to enter. And again, I would do it myself,
Yep,
but you would
yep.
guide me through that process.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I have seen some wonderful things from people who come in and to say, I've never touched a computer. And, and I'll use one example. We were busy. We had like 3 people who have never touched a computer come in to file for unemployment. And you can only guide them so much because they're all in a different spot.
Right.
One person came in, like the last one to come in, and I said, listen, I'm going to be helping these other people. Do you mind, like, have you ever used a mouse? She said, no. So I hooked her up. We have this program to help them learn a mouse.
Mhm.
I'm like, work on this so that you can learn how to navigate with the mouse here, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Finished up with the other people. I came back and she's like, wow, that was amazing. That she at least learned how to use the mouse, so I didn't have to
Right.
teach her that.
Yep.
After like 3 visits of coming back, she completely had it. She totally got, how to file her claim. She didn't need us to stand behind her.
Wonderful.
So stuff like that happens all the time, and people don't come in expecting to have to learn to do something.
Mhm.
But it's definitely a process, but we can only work within the systems that are there.
Yep. So wherever your skill level is at with that computer, because I know that's a scary piece of things. And now with so many applications, even you can only apply online. You're not able to do the old fashioned mail it in. So you can help folks navigate those systems as well.
Right, exactly.
Okay. And if they want to switch careers completely, then you're there to help them with what are your other interests? What are some jobs that might be good for you?
Right, exactly. Help them explore those things. Maybe take some assessments, which again are computerized. But it's amazing to see through the years the people that have done that and how it's opened their eyes.
Mhm.
They always thought they wanted to do one thing. They take an assessment and they're like, what? My skills can transfer to that. So it's a cool thing to see.
That's cool. And then the other side, as an employer, I know Job Center of Wisconsin, just as an employer, that I can go there and post my jobs there. But the thing I thought was most interesting that you said was that you could come to my workplace if I wanted you to provide a training. So can you talk just a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, we have some wonderful tools and curriculum that we can share with the different businesses. I mean, we have for years taught those soft skills to job seekers. And now we have access to curriculum. We've got 2 that are specifically, one is for healthcare, one is for manufacturing, that takes those soft skills that everybody needs, but kind of applies them to that job, to that job. And so it's a wonderful resource to be able to, either do the full curriculum or to have an employer come to us and say, I have this person, they're a great worker, they want to advance, but they really need to work on their communication skills and, or whatever. And then we can offer that specialized training to help that person advance. I mean, they're already in a place, they want to keep them. And I do think it's wonderful that employers are willing to do that for their employees to keep them.
Wonderful. That is all really good information, Kim. So before we move on, where is We Are Hope? Where is this magic employment resource center?
We are in the Cherry Point Mall. So we're right basically where the 2 walls connect, right in that center entrance. So
Okay.
you walk through there and you walk straight back. There we are.
There we are. Yep. And for folks, they have glass doors. It's very easy to identify their space. What are your current hours, Kim?
Currently, we're open Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock to 3.
Okay. And do people need to make an appointment or can they just show up?
Not currently,
Okay.
but we do currently require masks.
Okay.
Right now. That we do have one state employee on site, and so we have to, I am so sorry.
It's okay. It could happen to me at any moment.
I thought I put that on do not disturb.
All right. Yes. So there is, I know, a state employee, so you have to follow those COVID guidelines. So people can come in though at any time between 10 and 3, and they have to wear a mask, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And we do have some here. If I know some people just kind of stopped carrying them around.
Yeah.
We do have them available here as well.
Yeah, there was a point where I had like 3 in my car and 3 in my handbag. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, oh man, I need a disposable one. How did this happen?
Yep.
Well, good. So Kim, I know you've been watching our other partner interviews. So we end each of the interviews by talking about ALICE. And for our viewers, ALICE stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. So this kind of seems like a no-brainer question, but how does the Employment Resource Center support those that are considered ALICE?
Well, we're open to the public. So we have no income guidelines, no pre-screening. We are just open to anybody who walks through our doors. So that's all you have to do is walk in, no questions asked. And of course, okay, we do ask questions. We want to know what you want, how we can help you.
Right.
But bottom line, there is no criteria to use the services of the Employment Resource Center.
And are there any costs associated with any of your services?
There may be some to the employers who are specifically paying for training their employees, but we don't, but.
Okay. So if I'm a job seeker, or if I'm someone who needs to use your computers for unemployment or needs one of those skills assessments you talked about, that's all completely free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So those are the things that our grant from United Way helps to cover the costs of, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Wonderful. So, I know people are, always confused. They're in kind of a state of shock, right, when they lose their job. So that first stop really should be to go over to the Cherry Point Mall and to go through those doors where the 2 buildings meet. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's exactly it.
We're in the crack.
To go into the actual old mall part of it. And then they're right straight ahead. And again, those hours are
Monday through Thursday from 8 to 3.
okay. 10 to 3 or 8?
10, I'm so sorry.
It's
10 to
okay. 10 to 3. I know you just changed them.
I know,
so.
COVID.
Okay, Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
And if folks aren't learning enough by listening to this and they want to give you a call, what's a phone number they can call you at?
So just call 920-743-7273.
Wonderful. Well, Kim, we thank you and your team over there at We Are Hope for all that you do. And thank you for helping folks better understand what the Employment Resource Center does. And I know as an employer, there are those times when you're like, oh, we should really do a training on this, or I wonder who could come in. And I would encourage you just to call Kim and her team. Maybe they aren't the ones who can provide that training, but a great first stop, and they can help you figure out then who is the best person to help you with that training need.
Yep, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Kim. It's been a pleasure. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.